I don't know. To me, it's very exciting. I mean, I love it. There's mature cheddar. Obviously, the nuts and the seeds I have are also high in protein. Like fibrous food, protein also slows down gastric emptying, so you're not going to have the crazy sugar spikes, and you're also going to feel more full. Also, protein takes more. Was also acting as like a protective layer from the peppery food. So I'm able to eat this like spicy food and almost like with no repercussions because of the lining, like the protective barrier that the vegetables have made. So yeah, wait, to me it's very exciting. I love it.
Good afternoon. Sorry. Good afternoon. It is 2 o'clock. On my way to pick up my little brother's bouquet, I guess, for prom. Emotionally, I'm not doing great just now, primarily because I have to send the letter to my apartment building, my previous apartment building, because it's been 6 months since I moved out, and I have more than 6 months. I have not received my deposit. It's been over a month now since it was sent supposedly to me, and I've not received it. And I'm like, oh, well, we sent it. That's BS. Only because I know that they did this to my neighbors. And so I'm like, I don't think you sent it, because what are the chances that every time that you send a deposit, it seems like it doesn't reach the address? BS. So I'm in a very bad mood from that. And also because Aru just insists on eating this one frame of a painting. And I'm just like so scared or stressed about her health, and that's not helping. Yeah, anyways, let's go get this bouquet and I'll talk to you after. Oh my gosh, I don't know that I've ever had that style. All right, got myself some carnations. Why was it $12? Hold on. Oh, crazy how it adds up. Anyways, I was doubting it once I picked them. I was like, oh no, all right, they're not that pretty, they're missing something. But now, like, in the light, they're pretty. We're on a walk, and my left foot, I think it's a bone or something, pushing against the shoe, and it hurts a lot. So that's not fun. For like 2 days now. Just ate, and I'm gonna try this at least 10-minute walk after each meal. Not after each meal, that's not gonna be possible. Well, maybe like indoor walking a little bit. I always felt like it's the opposite, because when you're walking, your blood is not going to your stomach to digest, because it's going to your legs to walk. So, oh, but we'll see. I'm like really desperate, so I'm trying to change things up, because I've not, like, my weight has not budged at all. My circumference, I'm sorry, I hope you can hear me, that has been a lot more due to bloating. So I need to eat better according to my needs, rather than just like whatever, even if it's whole foods. Like, for example, white rice doesn't spike my personal blood sugar. Like, that's a personal uniqueness to me. You know, for some people it does. It's actually colder than I thought it was going to be. Aru, that no. No, wait. Aru. Vinaici. Vino that. Vino tu. Something like that. Look at that lighting. I just got these, and I have elderflower, but this is for a juice for sucata, and linden tree, linden flower, linden leaf, whatever. Tei in Romanian. Oh my gosh, my teas. I don't know if elderflower and linden work well. And these are like 2. Okay. I've never done these. Fill about half full with tea or herbs. To seal, press with a household iron or on cotton setting, or use a curling iron. Enjoy fresh cup of tea. Okay, that sounds like too much work. So I might just use it and dip it in, I don't know. Wait, where does it even go? What the heck? The tea doesn't smell nice for some reason. I don't know why. Whoops, okay, I don't need this. All I know, loving you is a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game. I don't want the game over. I actually don't know those lyrics. Get me off this roller coaster. All I know. I wonder if I just like heat it up. It's not working. I don't know, I'm just gonna do my best this way. Get a little strainer. So it's like, yeah. Hey, wait. Woof, 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 woof. Well, I'll let you know how it goes. Bye. Okay, I already checked on the tea. I wasn't going to. He thinks we're going for another walk, but like we literally just went 20 minutes ago. It looks questionable. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting, like, did they bamboozle? Is that the word? Bamboozle me or whatever? Oh my gosh, I've become my ex. Or like Romanian or something. I don't know. Not the mindset that I want. But yeah, this is perfect. I don't put ever sugar in herbal tea. It's just so gross to me. The flowers. I have someone who joined. I just ate some sweets, so this is perfect. But yeah, I don't use sugar in my herbal tea. Sorry, Ode. It doesn't match. It doesn't go together. Chamomile tea sometimes, because it's harsher. You know, it cuts down on the acidity a little bit, especially if I have it with milk, which I haven't had since college. So yeah, but I'm gonna go eat it, drink it. This is what I had. I had more of these fiber and things. Oh, and then some of these fiber minerals, you know. It's not perfect, but getting there. No. 보여줘. We have a lot. This is so the weirdest thing. Like, we trust each other so much, and yet we don't trust each other when we're just holding each other to like cut your nails or boy. Just like you have the monster on your shoulder. I don't want to see you. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna go. Just wanted to show you the tea and talk about it. I'm gonna keep watching, editing vlogs, things like that. I don't know. I hate today. I hate it. I hate my life. I hate my body. I hate my emotional, mental, physical state, all of the states. I hate my lack of energy the most, I think. Whatever. Fun times. I finally hit 190. 190. It'll go down, but because it keeps going up and down. But yeah, 190. I wonder why. I wonder what video. I wish there was an easy way to see that. It might have been like a previous subscriber that got unsubscribed that subscribed again or something. I don't know. I hear so many different stories about how that happens. And I won't have access, I think, until tomorrow to see how many people subscribed. But yeah, that's so cool. That's all I wanted to say. Also, I have some days on my vlogging that are huge. And by some days, I mean when I drove to Columbus. Oh my gosh. Not looking forward to that one. Oh, I might just leave it as is. I don't even know. That's what I wanted to do this time. But then I'm like, oh, but all the ums and the pauses. And then I just talk about so much like nothing. Let me cut out some things that like some like redundant or just not saying anything type of things, and yeah, just making more work for myself. These vlogs are not what I'm seeing as like the breadwinners bringing in the bread. These are just for me because I love doing them. I don't know, it helps me, and I don't know, it sometimes helps me keep myself accountable of different journeys I'm on, or helps me feel like I'm contributing through what I'm learning or what I'm doing. Like, hey, I learned this or I learned that or whatever. I don't know. And I don't know. Anyways, let me get back to my editing. So many days and so many Zumbas. Cool. I came downstairs wrapping things up, and I felt inspired to write this instead of picking up the phone. I keep dabbling into journal/artist pages. Literally, this is just a paragraph. It's just been hard to wake up early enough. By the time I wake up, I wake up because I feel immense guilt for my parakeets, or because I'm like stressed that Odette is running around or barking and they're sleeping or something. Yeah, the only reason I wake up when I wake up. Otherwise, I do miss having my own place, as hard as it was with money. And that's not why I stopped, but yeah, that's a huge part. It was so helpful because I didn't realize how lonely I was, but I was a different type of lonely. It wasn't a painful lonely. Having just my own space, no one not telling me what to do, but relying on no one to be or not be in my space, or me to be or not be in their space, or they don't care. They're used to it. I'm not used to it anymore. And also because it's not about used to it. There's just resentment that has built up and built up and built up and built up with my family. And it's to the point that it's not manageable to fix with like one conversation or something. So that conversation is also avoided with a bunch of people who are avoiding, like mini families who avoid having conversations and fixing things. But there's that, there's that layer of pain on top of being lonely. But when I was by myself and with my parakeet, it was just, I could provide myself the structure I really needed. I don't know if everyone, but I kind of feel like everyone, when your nervous system is so dysregulated, you need security, which is a sense of safety, yes, but it's predictability. So you kind of structure your days. It's not that every day has to look the same or to be it's not discipline, it's structure. Like, I think at first I probably would have slept a lot. I would have slept in, and then I would have had less of that. I don't know. It's just complete theory. Today, my family was out all day, and my nervous system already feels so much more regulated, so much more calm. The way that they speak and just their energy is so chaos. It's so fast and chaotic. It is so stressful. They're not calm. I think one huge reason that I was attracted to Nelson was because he was so slow. So slow. I've thought very briefly how when you get to the power struggle phase of a relationship, basically that a part of that is when you start feeling like the things that you were attracted to, the people, are now the things that you're questioning, like, why was I even ever attracted to this person or to this trait? The reason you're attracted to a trait is because you are trying to balance it within yourself, within your life. So yeah, he was so slow. Oh my But it was calming. And I remember when I went to New York with my family and I came back, he was like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, I'm so grateful for you, for how you are. Just calmer, but it leaned a little too much in that direction, to like apathy and stuff about things and a lack of momentum. Just like anxiety can lean too much on the anxiety side, or like being faster or whatever can lean on the anxiety side and be unproductive that way. But I liked having my own space and just taking that each day was whatever, however I wanted it, and it equalized. But at the same time, as I kind of mentioned, it was lonely, and I didn't really realize until I moved back here, because I was ready. Like, I knew that I wasn't going to probably have a job lined up, but I was ready to move out right away and find a job or whatever. The relationship, when I moved here, the relationship, I don't want to talk about that right now. That was part of it. And then the other part was I had realized how lonely I had been without having people around. I had people around. Neighbors are not the same at all, unless they're fun neighbors, but I didn't have fun neighbors. The thing that got to me when I walked down here, I said that I went from having all of the people to talk to, therapist, mother, friends, social media, even a significant other for the last 8 years, 7 or 8 years. Like I would talk all the time on Facebook. I didn't feel lonely. It wasn't just because I would post things, but I would see what other people were posting. And I heard now it's just ads and groups and things. Even if I would have stayed on Facebook, Facebook's still a sore subject. But yeah, I would talk to my mom. I had different friends going from that. And I talked with Nelson during like times that we were on a break or broken up or together. Like, we always talked. I think the longest we didn't talk at a time was maybe 2 months, maybe 3 one time, but I doubt that it ever went as long as 3. Yeah, it was pretty much every day. It was pretty much every day for 8 years. Yeah, I went from having all these people to talk to about how I'm feeling or what's going on, or just work through problems with them or with other people or whatever, to having literally no one. I physically talk to people. I talk to occasionally to my mom. I talk to my one friend. I talk to, I had my neighbors for a while. They've kind of disappeared, which is, I don't know, just so hurtful, if I'm honest. I'm just very hurt by that. I just feel very used continuously with that relationship. And I felt that way with my other friend as well. And then I just was like, okay, this is her problem, not mine. This is just what I'll get, being friends with her. It was like, okay, and because when we would meet up, it was really nice. But I think because I don't have that stability and I need that stability, it really hurt a lot. These like unstable friendships. Anyways, so where was I? Oh yeah, I talk with, I've gone to the acting classes. I talk to you guys on chat, not vocally, physically. I mean, I talk vocally. I don't hear your voices, but it's live, it's in the moment. Yeah, it's not, but that's the thing. I talk to I just talked the one time to the Zumba instructor. I feel like I talk to other people. What else do I talk? I don't know. But yeah, I talk, but I don't talk. I don't feel quote unquote safe, emotionally safe, to reveal how I'm really feeling, what I'm really thinking or doing, or yeah. Even with a therapist, I thought of contacting my old therapist. But even that, I feel so guarded. I feel so it's pointless and no one can help. And there's too much has stacked up, and it's just too much. And the irony that it's too much, and yet you still don't talk about it. So it's it just keeps multiplying because you're not even talking about the much that is. There's so much. Anyways, and then it's almost the same thought but different. I can't even begin to feel the loneliness that I feel, much less describe it. And watching everyone living life normally, and I can't, hurts so much, so deep. These are getting vulnerable. I do think when I start crying, I'm like, at least it's crying and at least it's coming out. And I used to feel a lot more comfortable expressing emotion, period, after 2015. When I came back defeated from film school, and I literally, the first time that I cried, not ever obviously, but in front of someone, was in front of the film commission president at that time, not the current one, in his office. And I could not stop. Like, you can like, even now, like, I can pull myself together. I could not control it at all. And then it set off, he didn't help at all, but it set off a lot in the film world without his help. But that was like, I guess, my first step. I see it, my first step into going after that. And then I think the Fast and the Furious movie, being an extra on that, was my real first step. I had done a 48-hour film project the year before, and then so I did another one the next year. It was not the best experience. It was okay. It was like too many new people, and I didn't know what I was doing, and there was a lot of confusion about roles and responsibilities, and like, yeah, and I don't think I was the best at collaborating, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I would go that far. I don't know. I just picked up from there. But it took 2 years. I just go in this circle, like, but I don't have 2 years now. In 2 years, I'll be 41. I didn't think that at 40, I had zero worries that at 40, I would dread it like other people dread it. I don't dread it because I'm getting older, because I look older or whatever. I dread that stuff only in relationship to what it says about, only because people haven't seen me. And by people, I mean like my forever person hasn't seen me young. I was actually thinking today randomly, like, I will never see them young either. I'm not gonna be with a young guy. That's so weird. I'm gonna marry an old guy. It's just been months now of just realizing mortality, like, and I just, yeah. And on top of that, I don't know, it's just not going anywhere, and I don't know. And having people helps the loneliness, but at the same time, you see life passing faster and how not caught up you are. I don't know. Today I edited more vlogs. I was more so just upstairs with my parakeets, having them be free out of the cage all day long. They had a whole day of being out of the cage, minus like when I went on a walk for like 15 minutes or so, a couple of other times when I was like cooking or something. And tomorrow Zumba, and I'm not looking forward to it for the first time. I'm looking forward to it enough to go, but I just feel like I didn't do anything today. And more so like the feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of I have something that I did, something that I'm looking forward to, like a good show that I'm watching, a crush that I'm imagining and, pretending is next to me watching a movie or whatever, things like that. I'm really letting you in on it all. For a second, I feel like my old self. Thinking of that, saying that, letting you in on that, it was nice. Ironically, the first thing I wrote today was another much shorter paragraph that said, "This whole thing with Taylor Swift and Blake Lively is making me gravitate back to the musical artist dream and letting people in more selectively," which I didn't even really, that phrase is not exactly what I even felt, but Taylor says a lot, but she says it pretty much exclusively through song, minus these like source close to Taylor, but those are like more rare or not as informing, not much, it's just the basic. She doesn't do vlogs and things. I think that at one point she was a bit more open, but yeah, it made me kind of think that those are two separate thoughts, kind of like the tonight's paragraph. They're separate but kind of related. I do miss I miss singing. I miss songwriting. I miss expressing myself through that. Songwriting to me was real but fictional. Like things were a lot more at times than they were in real life, or then we would use the words that we would use in real life, just pragmatic type of conversation. They were more emotional. It was expressing the emotional life that you feel. But day to day you'd say I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I'm anxious, or I'm happy, or whatever. It's people would call it dramatic. I would call it dramatic probably, but it's not dramatic. It's like more real, more full picture. And then you get to be artistic with it too, with the sound of it, in theory, at her level for sure, with the design of the album, of whatever music video, tour, whatever it is. I miss that. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I wish I had some good comfy show that would make me feel very comfortable and excited to watch it. Suits LA is okay. Gosh, I forget his name, but Arrow guy. I don't like how he acts or how he is. Or I don't know. Just cannot stand him. Yeah, and then there's some lines or some story choices that are, if I'm nice, I would say cheesy. If I'm not so nice, I would say dumb. Sorry for the grossness. But yeah. Anyways, I might finish editing a bit more or just go. I think I'll finish editing a little bit more. We'll see. I don't know. It's 9:43. I have 15-20 minutes I could just do a little bit more of. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Alright, I ended up editing a lot more than I thought, but I feel good about it. It's taking a while to save, or did they save? Okay, so I did 3 or 4 vlogs. I think I did 3. I don't remember where I left off. Just checking them now to make sure that they save the right files, because sometimes iMovie does weird things. I did, so delete the project files, and then go in here. Oh my gosh, my allergies. I don't know that I'll be able to do anything tomorrow, but I want to. So I'm so close to being caught up. I have just this past week, most of this week. And I want to say some people and their driving, I think people just don't understand. I don't know. Sometimes people just not worry me, but they can be quite. I wonder if this person that last commented, I wonder if they have anxiety. That's kind of what it strikes me. I never drive unsafely. The last person that you would imagine doing anything bad, definitely anything illegal, but it doesn't even have to be illegal for me, just immoral, unethical, just bad. And so it just kind of surprises me when people are don't vlog and drive, don't record yourself and drive, or put your hands on the wheel. I'm I was going maybe 5 miles per hour. The wheel was covered. It wasn't that I was just lollygagging came to mind. But I watched the clip and I could see how someone might not understand, but the wheel was okay. The wheel was in control. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. It doesn't really trigger me. It's just a little funny, but also, not the best feeling, but it's not the worst feeling when I get messages like that. It's only been twice now. And one was on TikTok. And one was on here. And I'm I thought we're past this, people. I am not unsafe when I'm driving. I'm not doing anything that's unsafe. I'm not putting anyone or myself in danger. Don't worry about that. I'm very safe. I'm actually more safe when I'm vlogging, when I'm talking. I was talking about this with my one friend in Columbus. You get on, and someone at Trader Joe's the other day was saying the same thing. You get on the highway and it's you want to fall asleep. So and I see myself, this is the safest that I am, because I'm very aware, I'm very bright and awake. I'm good. I'm good. And also you can see, like, I've watched so many of myself. Oh my gosh, so much footage of myself. I hate it. But you can see like 99, maybe not 99, but 95% of the time, I'm not watching the camera. I'm not even looking at the camera, or more like a glance or whatever. Like, but even that, I'm just staring ahead. As far as the hands on the wheel, I have my hands on the wheel all times. Rarely do I have them off the wheel when I'm parked or stopped, or if I'm like in traffic that's very steady, very straight traffic, and it's going like 5 miles per hour or less or something, or 10 miles per hour or less, which is like nothing. We're all in the same boat and we're all just like cruising, and I have my knee under the wheel so it stabilizes. And yeah, but like I don't even need it because it's going so slow, I don't know. If you drive, like next time check when you're driving that slow in like backed up traffic, watch how much pressure you're putting with your hand on the wheel. If you're like squeezing the wheel at any time, that's not great. It doesn't give you more control. It means you have anxiety. But if you're just like normally, having your hands on the wheel, I've started also kind of grabbing the wheel in a more race car way, because I felt like, oh, this gives me more range of motion, and more like if I need to react, it's more stable, more reliable. But yeah, so sometimes you have your hand on the wheel, but you're just having it there. And yeah, again, like it was just, I was surrounded by cars. We were all just basically going a little faster than standing. So, and that's rare. I mean, how much footage of me driving? So much footage of me driving on these vlogs for years, and that's rare. So I also know distracted driving is, I feel like, number one. Distracted and fast, bad, horrible combination. That's a lot more important. And then road rage, I think, is like really high up there. I see so many people driving carelessly. Maybe they're not driving fast, and I'm like, but that's like worse, because even if you're not distracted but you're driving carelessly, you're really close behind someone or just up in the clouds and you're just like not really paying attention. Something can come out from the bushes or whatever, or like maybe to me, and I go into, like, you have to react. You can't just be like in your own world, and I see that so many times. So yeah, like, worry about that stuff. You're not in the car with me and you're not me, so I understand there's nothing I can say that will make you ease your worry about my driving when it's very black and white for you like that. But it's not that, like, yeah. And I don't mean to offend any of you, my viewers and my subscribers, but I feel like that was worth addressing, because it sounds like a lot of anxiety, and it sounds like it's not so much the anxiety. It sounds exactly the opposite of what I promote with my channel, which is the critically think. There's not one size fits all. We're not sheep here. And also, when I say that, I do not mean that we're here for conspiracy theories. We're not here to just be rebellious just to be rebellious. We're not here to just go against the grain just to go against the grain. And that's what I'm saying, like both of those together. Critically think, and yeah, not being sheep, like being individuals and using our judgment and making sure we grow, having a good judgment. Morals,